good afternoon. Good afternoon, colleagues, and welcome to this special meeting of the Badenoch and Strathspey Area Committee. I think there are two items on the agenda, and they're both going to be presented by Lewis. So I'll hand over to Lewis just now. Thank you.
Can I just say, Chair, we've got apologies for absence and declarations of interest to go through first.
I beg your pardon. Yeah. Do we have any apologies?
We've got full attendance, so yeah.
Okay. I have a declaration of interest in the item pertaining to Canusi Camna Club, so I will step out at that. And is there any other declarations of interest?
I have a declaration of interest on 3A, which involves the Cairngorm Mountain Trust, and I will also step out of the meeting.
Thank you. Okay, Lewis, are you happy if I hand over to you to present the first one?
Yes, thank you, Chair. So this first paper that I'm presenting relates to the Cairngorm Mountain Trust and its Badenoch and Strathspey School Skiing Programme for 2023. Okay, so it was agreed at a meeting of the Highland Council on the 7th of January 21, excuse me, that wards with unspent COVID-19 funds could decide how to spend that fund on projects to assist children and adults post-COVID, especially in deprived areas. And it was also agreed that any repurposing of these funds should be agreed at the local area committees. And this paper sets out proposals to repurpose £4,068 as a contribution towards the Cairngorm Mountain Trust Badenoch and Strathspey School Skiing Programme for 2023. This project will support primary 7 school children from all primary schools in Badenoch and Strathspey to attend at Cairngorm Mountain with the opportunity to learn to ski or snowboard. Cairngorm Mountain Scotland Limited wish to support this programme to provide a means for all local children to experience snow sports on the mountain, and they've offered to cover the costs of all ski passes and equipment hire for school children participating in the project who require it. The ski tuition costs for the project are being covered by the Badenoch and Strathspey School Skiing Association, and that tuition that's being provided is fully inclusive, recognising that the needs of pupils can and will vary, and that will also cater for anyone that's got learning or physical disabilities. Members are asked to agree to the repurposing of £4,068 from the ward's COVID-19 budget to cover the cost of the transport costs associated with this programme in 2023. That is the recommendation before members, and I'm happy to take any questions, Chair.
Okay, is there, Muriel, would you like to comment on this?
No, I think I said it all last week. I'm absolutely supportive of this. I think it's inclusive for all the young people across the valley, and it's to be commended.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Bruce?
Yes, I second what Muriel said. It'll be done on a first come, first served basis, so that if a huge number of children come forward and there's no funds left, they'll just have to pay for it themselves. Is that right, Liz?
No, it's more wide ranging than that. The project is committed to cover all primary 7 school children from all primary schools in the ward, so it's costed accordingly, and it will also cover the attendance for, I'm told, primary 6 school children if they are in a composite class,
Good.
a P6-7 composite class, that is. Thank you.
I'm very supportive.
Okay, thank you, John. Yeah, I'd just like to back up what both my colleagues have said there. I'm very supportive of it. I think it's a great project, and I'm delighted that we can support it. So, yes, I think that's carried, Lewis.
You're on mute, Lewis.
Thanks, Councillor Bruce. Yeah, thank you, Chair. Noted for the purpose of the minute that's been approved as written. Alistair, can I ask you perhaps to call Councillor Lobbin back into the meeting?
Okay, and Mr. Jones, you stepping out at this point?
Yeah, I'll step out. Are you going to email me then, Alistair? Is that how it'll work?
Well, I think there is only the one item, so.
So will I just leave then, and someone else can wrap up the
Well,
meeting. Would
we'll
that
need
be
to
okay?
appoint an interim chair. Yeah. So in terms of the meeting, yeah, we'd appoint an interim chair and for that item, and that would be once the item's over. There's no other items on the agenda.
Right.
Okay. Well, if we ask Councillor Lobbin to come back in, perhaps I'll ask him if he would step into the chair, and then I will leave if that's okay.
Yeah. Just email him tonight.
Hi, Bill. I'm going to step out of the meeting for the next item. Would you be okay to take over in the chair, please?
Yeah, no problem. Russell, you can actually probably leave the meeting now. That saves you any problems.
Yeah, that's what Alistair was saying. So I'll leave. Thank you for bearing with me, colleagues. Apologies that it's not ideal circumstances in Morrison's here, but I think we've got through it okay. So thank you very much, and see you soon. Thank you.
Cheers.
Take care, Russell.
Cheers.
Bye.
Thank you. Just for the record, do we have this is an interim chair, so the nominations for Councillor Lobbin, that was proposed by Councillor Jones. Do we have a seconder for that?
I'll second that, Alistair.
Okay, that's great.
Okay, can we move to item 3A, which is under the 3B, in fact, which is repurposing the place-based investment proposals. And I'll hand over to you again, Lewis.
Many thanks, Chair. Yes, so this paper sets out proposals to award £10,000 of the ward's place-based investment funds from an identified project underspend towards the Kingussie Camanachd Club for their market stands playing field upgrade at phase 2. The committee previously agreed that our ward's place-based investment funding allocations, those were agreed on the 15th of February 2022, and it's now been identified, as I mentioned, that there is a projected place-based investment fund underspend across previously approved allocations, and the committee are asked to consider the following project for the reuse of that fund. So the Kingussie Camanachd Club are proposing some upgrades in terms of phase 2 at the market stands playing field. The market stands playing fields are intended to regenerate the sporting activities of groups in Kingussie, and this multi-purpose playing field will be used for a wide range of sports and by people of all ages for walking, recreation and all types of physical activity. There are therefore clear links to this project in addressing the 4 harms of COVID. You'll recall, members, that phase 1 of the project at Market Stance was to carry out substantial groundworks and grass seeding and to construct a rabbit-proof fence. Phase 1 was completed in the summer of 2021, and this proposed funding allocation of £10,000 is a contribution towards phase 2 of the Market Stance to erect high sports fencing around the boundary perimeter and also install sports floodlighting, as well as the purchase of a second-hand sit-on mower within phase 2. The total phase 2 project costs are £173,259, and this phase 2 project has been raised, the funds have been raised from a range of sources, including Sports Scotland, the Community Ownership Fund, as well as community and club fundraising efforts, and also the Highland Council's Place-Based Investment Programme. So members, it's proposed to allocate, as I say, 10,000 towards this phase 2 at the market stance from our Place-Based Investment Fund, and I'm happy to take questions, Chair.
Any questions? Okay, I'll propose it then. Thanks, Lewis. Look for a seconder.
Happy to second.
Okay, can we agree that then, please? Agreed. There we are. Thank you very much. Thanks, Alistair and Lewis, for your time today. And I see Duncan lurking in the background. So thank you all for your time.
Thank you.
The meeting is now ended. Thank you.
Thank you.